Hey guys, this is Tough Horse Reacts, and I'm back to react to Death Battle, Shadow versus Ryuko Matoi. And, yeah, so, it's certainly, well, yeah, like, okay, so recently, me and my friend Zach, we made a prediction video on who we thought this battle was gonna, who we thought who was going to win this battle. And after much debate, we figured that Shadow would probably win, but it's definitely up in the air, but simply because Ryuko's healing factor and durability are just absolutely insane. So, yeah, but yeah, this is, like I've said, like, multiple times before, but, this is not the battle we expected for Ryuko. This was we expected, like, Tatsumi from Akame ga Kill, or maybe even Akame from Akame ga Kill, but I think everyone kind of expected not to expect Krona from Soul Eater, because, yeah, Krona's already was in a death battle, like, late in the last season, so, yeah, to bring them back this early is just not gonna work. But yeah, I kind of expected Tatsumi, but to my surprise, she's the second death battle of the year, and she's fighting Shadow, who has lost 2 previous death battles. I kind of understand why he lost them, but simply because when Mewtwo can just erase memories at the swipe of a hand, I mean, yeah, and then Vegeta was just kind of overpowered, and even though that was in Season 1, though, so don't really count. So, those battles are kind of up in the air whether they count or not. Season 1, at least. But, yeah, I think I've done enough speculation that I already can, so I'm rooting for Shadow, simply because, like, he's lost 2 previous ones. But at the same time, I also, like, it's going to hurt whoever wins this one. It's going to hurt if Shadow loses, because this will make the 3rd time in a row he's lost. It's going to hurt if Ryuko Matoi loses, because I love Ryuko Matoi. I love Kill la Kill. It's one of my favorite animes up there. If there's one takeaway from all of this, you need to watch Kill la Kill. So yeah, I've prattled on for 2.5 minutes now. So yeah, let's just jump right in, and we'll start the video in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. Okay, so we're not doing the typical, yeah. Not the typical ad, this is just Death Battle, the game. Something I have no interest in, so... Yeah, okay. Can we get on with it? Yes, thank you. Hopefully it cut, like, the light in my glasses.
Shadow the Hedgehog, powerhouse of chaos and rival to Sonic.
Alright.
Ryuko Matoi, the teen fighter in life fiber from Kill la Kill.
They both may be try-hard incarnate, but when the chips are down, who is the deadliest edgelord of them all?
He's Wiz and Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Okay, so it's a sprite battle. I figured, but still.
Gerald Robotnik, grandfather to the Dr. Eggman we all know, had a problem. His granddaughter, Maria, was dying, succumbing to a neuroimmunity disease with no known cure.
But old Jerry had a plan. When the government contacted him to build the ultimate life form, he figured its DNA could cure Maria no problem. So he took the job, and by studying the infinite power of Chaos Emeralds, with some alien assistance, he made the one and only Shadow the Hedgehog. Wait,
Yeah.
the government
Likes motorcycles, guns, and moping. Favorite anime, Kill la Kill. That's amazing.
I mean, Gerald's prototype was a lizard, which sort of makes sense, as certain reptiles have regenerative tissue, but then he went from this to a hedgehog.
Yeah, fair enough. Gotta heal fast.
If he's a lizard, hedgehog, squirrel, or whatever, Wiz, all that matters is he's super badass looking, super badass sounding, and is super powered by chaos. Literally.
Shadow's powers are directly tied to those of the miracle gems, Chaos Emeralds. He can tap into their power for incredible feats, similar to his Blue Blur rival. Likely for this very reason, he actually possesses many of the same abilities
These
as
fits
Sonic.
me via time travel
The guy
post.
who's
Okay.
so fast he can almost outrun a black hole?
Spin attacks, homing attacks, spin dashes, etc.
But unlike his Look at that thing!
He's used some of the same power-ups that Sonic's picked up, like heat barriers and magnetic lightning shields. But he also has some unique gear all of his own.
His air shoes are way cooler than Sonic's sneakers. They can boost his speed to match Sonic's and also let him fly. Kind of. He's even got some gear attached that lets him attack at the speed of light.
However, all of these abilities and equipment are mere accessories to Shadow's true power, the might of chaos itself. Even without an emerald on hand, Shadow can summon similar power, manifesting attacks like Black Tornado, Chaos Blast, or the deadly Chaos Spear.
But even though they totally asked for Doc Jerry to make Shadow, the feds got spooked and tried to shut down the project. And things went bad. Like, really bad.
Shadow was successfully sealed away, but in the crossfire, a life was lost. Maria.
Locked up and super pissed off, Shadow had plenty of time to work on his angsty poetry, and Jerry had time to give him fake memories and a need for revenge against all humanity. Wiz, you think we're ever gonna find a scientist who doesn't go totally bonkers?
I mean, what about me?
It's up in the air with Wiz right now.
Since Maria was Shadow's only real friend, revenge seemed like a good idea, which was a serious problem considering just how powerful he is.
He can teleport, slow down, or even stop time, and even time traveled a bit. And just like any teenage boy, he's got some serious mood swings he doesn't like to talk about.
Which can actually affect his abilities. With negative emotion, his raw power intensifies. With positive emotion, he gains more control. But when it comes down to it, the government may have been right to worry. Shadow possesses so much power, even he can't always control it.
Chaos
inhibitor rings.
Sonic once used all 7 of the Chaos Emeralds to literally rebuild the Earth.
This is why Shadow wears inhibitor rings, which limit how much chaos energy he can release at once. When he does remove them, what he loses in control is made up for by a massive increase in power, enough to match that of a whole Chaos Emerald. What? What are you looking at?
Is that, do you have a ring on your robot arm?
It was, gift?
Cool. Well, good luck with that. All the rings I've given out to people always get sent back eventually. Anyway, Spikey Head's so powerful, he teleported an entire space colony and even a giant asteroid. Plus, he's held back this huge space plant monster.
And of course, tapping into the power of additional Chaos Emeralds increases his power to unbelievable heights.
By doing a tango with all 7, he can turn into Super Shadow. Now, without power rings, this form can't stick around for more than a full minute. But while he's golden, he's got super enhanced abilities, is basically invulnerable, and he can fly.
Base Shadow not only survived being shot out of a cannon, but he's just as tough as Sonic, who survived the space station Death Egg exploding right in front of him. Most impressively, as Super Shadow, he and Supersonic were fired into planet Aquarius, obliterating it. This would take over a whole exaton of TNT.
Oh, wow.
You've explained. All this happened because after 50 years of Shadow being
Yeah, they're definitely buffing Shadow for this one.
the world, Sonic and crew had to stop him from destroying all mankind, but really, he's so fast he'd wreck anyone's shit before they'd notice.
Shadow has dodged gunfire and destroyed enemies without being seen, but his light speed attacks are stated as being exactly that, light speed. Almost 3 million meters per second.
So Shadow's super strong and super fast. Makes sense he's a formidable enemy to just about anyone.
Lucky for our heroes, they inspired Shadow to regain his memories of Maria, who actually wanted him to protect humanity instead of, destroy...
Kill them all, yeah. Instead of Exterminatus. So...
We love to hate to love.
Time to go, whoa! If you understood that reference, I'm proud of you. But now, Ryuko Matoi and just how insane the story of Kill la Kill is. It is Trigger, so aliens, so gratuitous. It's amazing. And it's part of the plot.
But some weren't content with such passivity, like Ryuko, who had access to the original primordial life fiber that landed on Earth so long ago.
And humans are gonna human, so she and her husband experimented on that sucker like nobody's business.
They attempted to infuse fibers into both of their daughters. Their first daughter was too old for the experiment to be a success, and it appeared that their infant second daughter was also a failure, so Ryuko just threw her away.
Oh, she threw away her baby? Kinda reminds me of how my
Moving on.
This child, her father couldn't stand by Rago's decision and rescued her, assuming the name Ishin Matoi, and raised this daughter himself. This is Ryuko.
Yeah, things were okay for a while, but it wasn't a picnic at the Matoi house.
Self-taught in sword fighting, yeah.
She didn't always get along, so he shipped her off to boarding school to find other people there instead of him.
I'm surprised there isn't a joke there about favorite video game, Shadow the Hedgehog. I mean, come on.
This was the first half of what would become her signature weapon, the scissor blade. In Ishin's last moments, he urged Ryuko to find whoever wielded the other half of the weapon, the one who killed him.
Ryuko might not have known it, but the scissor blades were created by her father out of life fibers.
They're actually one of the only weapons that can cut and destroy life fibers, which is important when your opponents are all using, you know, life fibers.
Yeah.
I'd say we take a shot every time we say life fiber, but you definitely die, Wiz. And do not try that at home. Anyway, with the quest of revenge and half a scissor blade,
She eats lemons raw. She's awesome.
so she found a
She could punch you in the face and you'd thank her.
service thing I was telling you about.
This is Senketsu, a living suit made from life fibers, also known as a kamui. Now, there's plenty of clothing out there made with some life fiber, but a kamui like Senketsu is unique in that it's made of 100% life fiber. And yes, I said living suit.
Wait, Ryuko.
Yeah.
These assassins can't hear me.
Okay.
Not creepy at all.
Not just anyone can wear Senketsu, as they have to successfully bond with him for the process to work. Lucky for Ryuko, she absolutely could. In no small part,
The Senketsu
life fibers
was
infused within her body
designed to work with Ryuko, so...
You trash person, it did work. And when she and Senketsu learned how to work together, there wasn't much that could stand in their way. He's more than just a sailor outfit.
As a life fiber construct, Senketsu can absorb other life fibers to increase his own power, allowing him to transform to gain new abilities.
Engine form makes him
Yep.
super spiky, and his Shinbu form turns Ryuko into a badass fighting rock.
And she can combine the two.
Senjin and Shibu forms for more versatility. Admittedly, though, each of these transformations comes at a cost for Ryuko, as they're fueled by Senketsu consuming her blood. This is most dangerous in his berserker form that occurs when Ryuko gets too
Yes, but
sick,
our game
and
Created a
Senketsu
Dream is not
loses
supported by
control.
main canon.
If not
Okay.
stopped in time, she could die from too much blood loss.
But most impressive is when Ryuko straight up goes flying Super Saiyan and Senketsu turns into his Kisaragi form. It's way more powerful and uses even more of her blood. What's the deal? Is Senketsu a vampire?
Well, a popular theory suggests that it's all a metaphor for puberty. Senketsu pulling out Ryuko's blood is symbolic of menstruation, and the skimpier outfits
Ew.
visualize acceptance of sexuality and adulthood, except she's a teenager who already went through puberty.
Wiz, do you have a daughter?
No.
I thought so. At least having life fiber DNA means she has crazy
Implying
abilities
Boomstick
unlike
does.
transformations, like insane super fast healing.
Basically, life fibers restore themselves so quickly that Ryuko's body starts regenerating before a blade has finished cutting through her. Unless someone is quick enough to cut through her body before this regeneration begins, she can survive almost anything.
Stabbed and sliced tons of times, including completely in half, and even had her heart ripped out of her chest.
Yeah.
This chick is the next guest character in Mortal Kombat? I mean, they're taking basically anybody these days, so...
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
It is incredible. At one point, she had to
Fluid
blast
space,
a hole
muck.
through a layer of
Yeah.
life fibers surrounding
Yeah,
her
Shadow's
entire
definitely
blade.
much faster.
to be harder than solid steel. So to pull this off, she must have struck with a force equivalent to over 650 exatons of TNT.
Oh, that's more than Super Shadow. Oh boy.
That's strong too. But with all these powers and more, Ryuko finally found her father's
So, oh boy.
Completed the rending scissors.
These swords can casually cut through skyscrapers and have
Yeah.
super forms of their own. Decapitation mode extends the blades for better slicing and dicing, while alumni mode makes them so gigantic they eclipse the freaking Earth. What is this show?
Next to Ryuko, one scissor blade is normally about 2.5 feet long. Scaling up, the alumni mode appears to be about 1,017 times larger, weighing well over 3 million tons. If you have a pair of normal scissors at home, imagine lifting 50 billion of those all at once. That's
Oh.
what this is like.
She can slice through 200 tennis balls 5 times each in less than a second, which us in the scientifically community call fast as f***.
Yeah.
8,000 times faster than sound. And
Yeah.
she rocketed into the atmosphere
Definitely
less
not
than
as fast as
15
Shadow, but
seconds.
definitely stronger.
Flying speed can reach Mach 500. Ryuko may not have had the
Yeah,
easiest of
because they sacrificed all their clothes to give Ryuko that power, but yeah.
entire planet.
Her super form is definitely stronger than Shadow.
A hero.
Let's go! Gonna slice your ass in half!
There we go. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, Shadow,
Okay, so
you are always ready to perform, and make sure you are.
so we have a conundrum.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Blue Chew.
Ryuko is actually much stronger than me and Zach predicted. I already kind of predicted that Ryuko was stronger than base Shadow, or at least when you compare their base forms, she's stronger. But I figured once Shadow entered super form, it was all over.
Unique online prescription service that delivers
But now,
active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis.
now, oh boy, oh boy. Now I can definitely see Ryuko, definitely holding out longer against Super Shadow, long enough for her to perform a finishing blow. So, it's, oh boy, but here's the thing, Shadow is thousands of times faster. So, how the heck is this going to work? So, we'll see. You know what? This is a conundrum. I'm gonna see how the battle goes and how they're gonna explain it. But I'm torn. I don't want either of them to die. So okay, it's time for a death battle. Okay, all right, let's do this. I have no idea who's gonna win. Okay.
Hey! You cut me off, asshat!
Who cares? Ryuko, maybe we should...
Oh, yeah?
Here we go. Yep, she always starts her fight by transforming. This is a nice remake of the... Here we go. Yes, and even if Ryuko was faster, that wouldn't really matter because Shadow can stop time. So,
He's anticipating you. You should anticipate him instead.
No shit, stupid! Let's get faster! Magic shampoo!
oh, going straight to that transformation then.
Aw, did your mommy pack that sword for you?
I love Ryuko. She's so great. Ooh.
I'm a little great.
Of course, had to do that. Spin attack versus spin attack, basically.
Time to end this. Behold my power.
Faker. I figured. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh boy, alumni mode.
Sayonara, dipshit!
We're not doing the sayonara thing again, Shadow, please. Oh! There went the inhibitor rings.
Chaos Blast.
Yes! I called it. But dang it, Ryuko's dead.
Wearing, but Shadow's been naked the whole time.
Hmm.
With Senketsu, scissor
I
blades,
guess
and
that is
electric
canon to
pulse,
lore. The less clothes you have, the more powerful you are.
Yeah, with her awesome strength combined with her insane endurance, Face Form Shadow was in a lot of trouble. But even then, it wasn't a surefire win for the Rocket Chick.
Outside of his super form, Shadow never withstood anything on the scale of Ryuko's hole in the life fibers surrounding Earth.
Yeah.
At her maximum power, she could have easily dealt a killing blow.
Oh, yeah.
If she could catch him. Shadow could keep up with
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog, whose race against the black hole proves he can move over 260,000 times faster than sound. Far faster than anything Ryuko's shown, and more than quick enough to slice through a life fiber before it has time to heal.
Once the red and black Hedgehog turned red and gold, Ryuko didn't really have a way to take him down. I mean, Super Shadow's Chaos powers use all 7 Chaos Emeralds, which can move pieces of the Earth around.
Considering Earth's total mass and the speed at which each piece was moved, this would require exerting energy equivalent to 1.6 decillion joules.
Oh.
Which translates to over 2,800 zetatons of TNT.
That's a ton of power. A lot more than
Okay.
Ryuko's biggest hits.
Oh, wow.
Chaos Emerald is enough to match Ryuko's best. And considering Shadow can match the power of an emerald when he takes off those inhibitors, he had better odds of winning even without going super.
Ryuko put up an amazing fight, one for the ages, but Shadow's unmatched power and speed proved too much for our
Yeah,
Lady
so he
Black
just
and Red.
He's pretty beat up about it too. Do you know what he said when he was asked what his favorite anime is?
I like the one with the edgy girl and the scissor blade.
It's canon. No, really.
Okay, so it's canon.
Over Shadow and Ryuko's life fiber.
Well, at least,
Is Shadow the
well, at least Shadow finally won. But Ryuko's dead, so I guess he just obliterated her so there was nothing left to regenerate, so yeah. Okay. Alright. Let's see what's next. Lex Luthor? Again? And Doctor Doom? Again. You know, that was not the DC villain I wanted Doctor Doom to face. I wanted him to face Black Adam. But you know what, that's not bad either. So, anyway, that's definitely gonna be a battle. Like, I'm not quite, like, probably, I'm just gonna be rooting for Doctor Doom simply because he's an awesome villain who needs to be appreciated more. He may have a stupid name, kind of, but he needs to be appreciated more. He's a great villain. So, yeah. I will never forget that time he dissed Captain Marvel, and I want Doctor Doom to be in the MCU just so we can have that moment in live action. So, yeah, yeah, I got nothing to say about this battle, but, like, I mean, I predicted it, like, but I do not feel whole. I feel bad. Ryuko Matoi, #1 waifu, is now dead. Dang it. But I can at least see why they didn't put her against, you know, didn't put her against Tatsume, simply because Akame got killed. Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, okay. So, either way, even if we didn't go with their super forms, yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy, but once she said, like, a sayonara, and I was just like, no, we're not doing this again. Yeah, so, yeah. I don't really have anything else I can say. Lex Luthor versus Doctor Doom, and that goes however it needs to. I'm gonna predict Doctor Doom, so, yeah. I got nothing else to say, so I'm just gonna end the video here. So, yeah. Till next time, guys. See ya.